Yo, did you catch this flashback?
The plastic surgeon that I consulted before even using Dr. Al, he's in Philly. I won't mention his name. His office had broken windows outside the office building. Okay, he had classroom chairs in the waiting room. You know, the chairs that you pick up and you move it over so you can talk to your friend across the room. You know what I'm saying? He had cheap carpeting that was stained.
Maybe he was cutting costs.
No, I'm sorry, honey.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Alrighty, everybody. And it's the Hour of Truth. Daryl DeBarge will be in on our next segment. But in this one, we just, gossip. You know. By the way, ladies who have sent their emails to Nicole at WVLS.com regarding date with Carlos, we've narrowed down. We're doing our thing. And, it's really weird because now Ebony Magazine has gotten involved. So it's become bigger than just the show. Ebony Magazine also wants eligible ladies on Monday the 9th, starting at 9 a.m. through the 16th of May at 4 p.m. to fax over your picture and a brief description of what you do with your 9 to 5. And do you have children and like that? But if you've already faxed it on my show, you're good to go. Ebony heard that we're doing this bachelor date with Carlos, and they wanted to get involved too, because if you've seen the June issue of Ebony Magazine, it's on stands right now, you'll see that they've, coincidentally listed Carlos Watson, the political analyst from CNN, as an eligible bachelor. So I would encourage you to pick up Ebony, the June issue, and look at Carlos and decide, would you like to have a date with him? Okay, because the Wendy Williams Experience was on to Carlos and his eligibility before People Magazine listed him as one of the 50 most beautiful people in 2004 issue. And Ebony Magazine now listing him as an eligible bachelor for the June issue of their magazine. So we were on to something already with our Carlos honey. And I've narrowed it down I couldn't do it to 3 women. I've narrowed it down to 5 women. And the women haven't been contacted yet. We will be in contact with you next week. And then Ebony is going to do their thing. And I guess we'll take, 5 women from them. And then we'll narrow it down again. So then we'll have 10 women altogether, 5 from the show audition, so to speak. And then 5 from the Ebony Magazine pile of stuff. And then we'll narrow it down to the 3. And then we'll have the 3 women and Carlos come in. And we'll have a wall and set up so that they can't, Carlos can't see the women, but the women will be all on their own side of the wall. Game. Right. We'll do a dating game. And we'll check in and out of the dating game throughout the show on the day that we do that. So that's still going strong. In the meantime, give me my news sounder. Rapper Foxy Brown, accused of assaulting 2 nail workers, rejected a plea deal on Friday, that's today, that would have kept her out of jail and would have involved no probation or condition. Brown, 25, got the offer during her appearance in Manhattan court, where she faces misdemeanor charges of assault, attempted assault, and harassment stemming from a dispute that happened August 29th at a Chelsea nail salon called Bloomy Nails. Her attorney, Joseph Takapina, said Brown was not interested in any resolution that involved her admitting to a crime. He said the offer, a plea to misdemeanor with no jail time, was normally a good one, but she's not guilty. The judge, Melissa Jackson, scheduled Brown's next appearance for July 28th, when the court will issue a decision on a motion. Takapina, that's Foxy's lawyer, said that he plans to file a motion to dismiss the charges against Foxy Brown on the grounds that they can't be proven. Well, you know what? If the nail salon has a camera rolling, then they could certainly see Foxy hitting her upside the head with a cell phone, if that's what they say that Foxy did. Then again, most nail salons don't have cameras inside, but this is one of those reasons, I guess, to install one inside all businesses to see what all was going on. Even though the cameras are always blurry, you can't make out motions, but you could make out somebody winding back with their arm and crushing them with the cell phone. You could make back the wind up and the crush down. Even though, over on 3rd Avenue, even people out outside of New York heard about the homemade bomb that went off in the flower pot outside of the British Embassy here in New York 2 days ago. Or was that? That was yesterday morning. What am I saying? They had like multiple cameras facing that scene, and all the cameras are blurry. Even the chief, the police commissioner of New York said that, they could see motions of people, but all the cameras are blurry. So what good is it? They aren't going to catch anybody. I mean, shout out to NYPD and Homeland Security and all like that. But, our best defense apparently here in the city is the big flower pots that sit outside of important buildings. Apparently, they're not all for decoration. I learned last night on the news. Is this your first time hearing it too? Did you see the news last night? They put those big cement flower pots outside. Here, I'm thinking they're trying to beautify our city, but in actuality, they're to stop cars from rolling up on the sidewalk, rolling inside like a human bomb, and exploding in the lobby and taking down the whole building. But the terrorists have something for that. They just take a plane and explode it inside. But they put the homemade bomb in the flower pot, and a piece of the flower pot, few pieces actually, did damage to a few of the buildings around. But they weren't able to ride up on the sidewalk and just let a whole car explode. Here I'm thinking that the flower pots are just there to beautify. And then as I'm walking into our, radio building today, here at the where are we?
3 Park Avenue.
3 Park Avenue, which is at 34th Street and Park Avenue. We are literally a stone's throw. The Empire State Building is on 34th Street too, so it's right there. If something happens to the Empire State Building, it's big enough that and tall enough, it will come down and crush our building. I mean, everybody's in for it. We're right in line with it. What was I saying? Oh, I say all that to say, so I'm walking into our building today looking to see if, taking note of the decorative flower pots that are supposed to act as guards, so somebody can just drive up in here because there are no flower pots down there stopping any crazies. So now they can just drive up the sidewalk, drive into our lobby at 3 Park Avenue, detonate a bomb, and we're all dead. That's kind of scary, right? They choose where they put those decorative flower pots.
And they even water them at night and stuff. And beautiful, keep them nice and vibrant.
And they're fooling us. Is this incident the first time that you're learning that those flower pots aren't for beautification? They're for protection?
Yeah, I didn't know that. People water, they have companies that water them.
I know, and the flowers are beautiful.
Very nice.
And did you notice today that there's none of those flower pots outside the WBLS New York building?
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, we're going down.
We got a fruit stand, though.
We do have a fruit stand. We could, we could bombard them, make their car skid on the grapes.
Some strawberries.
Oh boy, Russell Simmons is getting into the debt consolidation business with one of my favorite women. I do have to say, I knew about Susie Orman long before she got on television, and does her infomercials and went on Oprah and stuff. Susie Orman actually started out to be a colleague of mine in Just Radio. Now, I believe she still does a radio show, or she might have gotten too big for it. I have no idea. Susie Orman. That's that woman who you can't figure out, how you doing, not how you doing. Love her hairstyle, very Dorothy Hamill. She keeps the color beautiful. She lets it slink in her eye, and she talks about money on TV. Well, Russell has teamed up with Susie Orman, the money guru, for the next Hip Hop Summit. It's a 6-city tour designed to teach young people how to manage their money. I have to tell you, the way Susie speaks about money, she draws you in and makes it real layman and real practical. She doesn't talk over your head. Here in New York, WOR used to run Ken and Daria Dolan's. I used to enjoy listening to them. I did. I thought they gave real practical advice too. It didn't go over my head, and I'm not a money-nista. But I like to, follow like these little money shows and stuff like that. I miss the Dolans. I enjoy Susie Orman. This is this is good, Russell. She won't talk down to young people about money. I like it. The idea is to use star power, including Eminem and Fantasia Barrino. They've signed on to tour in the 6-city tour with Russell and Susie Orman too, to teach lessons that Russell and Susie say aren't being learned at home or in school. And they're absolutely right. The tour is called Get Your Money Right. And it begins in Detroit on May 14th. And events are planned for D.C. on June 7th, Miami on July 15th, St. Louis in August. Los Angeles, they're coming to you with this very informative tour on September 17th. Chicago, they're stopping at you November 5th. If you're not familiar with Susie Orman, you might want to check out her shows. Zhuzh it up on your cable guide. CNBC she's on. And she's written a few popular books on finance. And she doesn't talk down to you. And she doesn't, talk over your head in terms of finances. Russell, I think that this is a fabulous idea. You don't even need Eminem and Fantasia. I mean, is it just me, or am I already captivated by Susie Orman? For those of us who know her, I'm sure we're all raising our eyebrows like, wow, this is good. I might even want to be a part of this. Good going, Russell. Good going. In the meantime, how about Ray Charles on Broadway? What do you think? They did it with the Beach Boys. Remember, Good Vibrations was on Broadway. Well, the producers of Ray Charles' biopic, starring Jamie Foxx, have secured the stage rights to Ray Charles' life and his greatest hits. So between the music and the rights to his life, I wouldn't mind seeing that acted out on Broadway. No offense, Denzel, but I'm more intrigued by this than Julius Caesar. Only because of the language that they use it from back in that dayeth. Hope springs eternal from the human breast, or whatever. People like my father. My father studied Shakespeare. That was like his English with a heavy concentration on Shakespeare and that literature. That was his major in college. But people don't major in stuff like that much anymore. And I love Denzel. And I got front row tickets. Well, I got tickets. I didn't realize I gave them to Arthur, because his name cometh from that ageth.
Shakespearean.
Arthur. Yeah. And Arthur went to the Denzel play, and he sat front row center. I said, who was sitting in front of you? He said, nobody. Denzel on stage. As Brutus. But did you enjoy the talketh?
Yes, I did it.
See, but you're kind of, you kind of liketh thateth.
Thou should not speak rudely about with me.
I'm not speaking rudeth. All I'm saying is that I'd rather see Ray Charles lay it down than
Right. Than rudest.
Yeah, my father likes that talk.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
He gave a quote on the show. Hope springs eternal to the human breast. I asked you if you had a radio show.
Drink deep or taste not of the Pyrean stream.
Oh, where does that come from, Daddy?
That's Alexander Pope.
Okay.
Pope.
And you see what I had to deal with? Do you see what I had to deal with growing up? I'm reading the Inquirer. He's reading the Alexander Pope, and she's over at Target. A mess. My father would love Julius Caesar. Yeah. I would love to see Ray Charles on Broadway. I would love that, boy. So, Cory Clark is a definite for 40 minutes from now. Actually, 39 minutes from now. In the next hour is what I'm saying. In the meantime, you all keep it where you got it, okay? Because Daryl DeBarge, we'll get to the bottom of that. He's coming in next.
Wendy, man.
You can go on the stand fees, but the point is keep your mouth shut. Anybody from the streets knows that. You never talk on nobody.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Mom made you eat your vegetables when you were little. Now you can thank her with a box of chocolates from Walgreens. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 8th, and what better way to say I love you than with a Hallmark card and the perfect gift from Walgreens, like Celine Dion notes or other popular fragrances. Treat Mom to dinner at Red Lobster or the Olive Garden and a movie at AMC Theaters with a gift card. Walgreens carries a wide selection of gift cards, so you can give iTunes Music and more. Give a gift and a Hallmark card this Mother's Day, Sunday, May 8th.
Oh, I wish.
What would you wish to do if you won the Wienermobile for a day?
I take all my friends and have a big parade.
I'll take that lean, mean weenie machine
machine to a tailgate party. Tell us and your wish could be granted. Check out OscarMayer.com for details. For fun you can't find anywhere else, you can count on Oscar. No purchase necessary. Open only to U.S. residents. Void where prohibited. For details, visit OscarMayer.com or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Right of Your Life request. P.O. Box 5418, Blair, Nebraska 68009 by July 1st, 2005. Ends July 28, 2005. Many will enter. Few will win.
Germy toilet sniffling kids.
You can't touch this.
Office doorknobs, ATMs.
You can't touch this.
It's a germy world out there, but sometimes you just gotta touch, even though germs can cause illness. So when there's no soap and water, reach for Purell. In just seconds, Purell kills 99.99% of germs that hands may come into contact with. Grocery carts, preschool floors, greasy food courts, restroom doors.
You can't touch this.
You can touch, then Purell. Use as directed.
Yeah. It's the Wendy Williams Experience here on 107.5 WBLS. We start our day the right way with the WBLS Morning Show featuring Paul Mooney. And, of course, we wind down right after my show at 7 o'clock. It's Vaughn Harper and the Quiet Storm. Then Champagne comes in to, help you get through your overnight. In the meantime, this weekend, it's The Shadow. Now, it's the first Friday of the month. Tonight, the only place to be is The Shadow for not Paula Abdul. Damn, I have her on the mind because I'm reading your faxes about Paula Abdul. I'll get to him in a second. But Lisa is going to be at The Shadow nightclub tonight. Isn't that fabulous? How long has it been since you've seen Casera? Uh-oh, Franny's in the building. Casera. Tonight at The Shadow. Tomorrow night, The Shadow's popping off, too, in New York City. Chuck Chill Out. Over on the Jersey side of things, I am going to be hosting my usual Saturday night party at the Gallery on Marin Boulevard in Jersey City. It's right there outside the Lincoln Tunnel. So easy to get to. And I'm going to have my special guest with me. I can't tell who, but we'll just be coming from young Little Miss Nana's teen party. And then it'll be time for a drink and some grown and sexy fun. And I'm bringing an unnamed friend of mine, a friend of the show, I should say, who
superstar.
He's been on TV for years. At first, he started out on a television show collaboration. Now he has his own show, and he's got an album. He's got platinum under his belt. He's got an album about to come out in the next couple of weeks, and you'll just be I'll just see you tomorrow night at the Gallery. And shout out to all the ladies. I know it's Mother's Day weekend, and for you, the first 100 ladies are coming in free if you can prove that you're a mother. In other words.
Stretch marks?
Either show your stretch marks. Oh, no. You know what? Have a picture of you and your children in the same frame. The first 100 ladies to show up at the Gallery tomorrow night, you get in free. Okay? Plus, you can register to win a trip to Jamaica tomorrow night at the Gallery. Yeah, in Jersey City. I'll be there. See you there. And my girlfriend Lisa's, on the turnpike right now. She's coming up. So I'm going to have an extra special time just in my own private world of, having my drinks with my dear, dear heart, Lisa Carnegie. And it's going to be fun. Plus, my superstar friend's going to be there. It's going to be fun for everybody. Dear Wendy, I love the show. Yesterday, I walked out of my office and missed some of the Toni Braxton interview. What did you say to make Toni cry? Have a happy Mother's Day. Toni did a great job on Kevin Hill. Then this one says, Wendy, what did I miss about you making Toni Braxton cry? I missed the interview. Can you please replay it or at least snippets of it? Please, please, please. Well, you guys, I don't have any scheduled vacation coming up anytime in the near. So therefore, there will be no best of shows. But don't tell everybody else. But for New York City only, on Monday for the bonus hour, I'm going to play both segments of the Toni Braxton interview. Yeah. So make sure that you're here. The bonus hour is from 6 to 7, Monday through Friday. It's exclusive to New York City. I just feel like I want to share. That's all. I'm looking at the fax numbers here. This one is from 201 saying that they missed. Why did she cry? This one's from 212. You see? So, on Monday, you'll find out why Toni cried yesterday when she was on the show during the bonus hour. It's from 6 to 7. And it's 2 segments, so it's virtually, when you add them both together, it's about a half hour almost of Toni, chatting it up. And she, aside from the tears and stuff, I know for those of you who didn't hear, you're wondering why she was crying. Okay, you'll find out. But aside from the tears, can I just tell you that on a scale of 1 to 10, Toni Braxton has consistently given me 10s across the board for the years that I've known her. Consistent 10s. I mean, I could not ask for a more giving guest in terms of her willingness to answer the questions, reveal, do revelations on her own, and like that. She is just, she's not just beautiful to look at, not just dreamy to listen to, sing, but she is a real girl's girl and just a real people's people. You know how a lot of times you see women, especially in that interview, that video that she did with, the one that she did with Q-Tip as her love interest, that was a real Diva Deluxe interview. But you know the one that she did with Robin Givens in the interview, the way she walked towards the camera like, I am all that, bitches stand back. You know what I mean? She had the long, long wave down her back and she flung her hair. A lot of times, the presence that women give off on TV and in videos and stuff, you assume that they are totally full of themselves in person and that it's going to be a bitch for bitch type interview here on The Experience. Toni is totally she's like Vanessa Williams. You see what I'm saying? You know, all that beauty you expect her to be, you know, like all stuff, you know, you expect her to be very Foxy-ish in terms of her delivery. Nope. Toni is a 10 in my book. She is, and she's got an album coming out in August, and I'm going to be right here to support, because the last album that she had out didn't do as well as it could have, and the primary reason that it didn't is because she was pregnant with Diesel. She's got Denim and Diesel. She explains the names. Don't worry. I happen to love the names. She explains them in the interview. But she couldn't go out and promote because now she's all pregnant and whatnot. Nobody wants to see a pregnant Toni Braxton. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In our minds, she is flat-stomached and swishy in the hips, you know, working the hips as she walks, flinging her hair. You understand what I'm saying? So she laid in the cut and had the baby. And as a result, the album sales didn't do as well. I mean, she knows it. You know it. You know when Toni Braxton sings, we all want to listen. But we're like, what happened to that album? So any of us, you guys didn't buy it. I saw the numbers. But this album in August, I got to tell you, she's back with a vengeance. She's got 2 kids. Her marriage is still intact. She does want another baby, though. She did tell me that. She wants a daughter. Toni, I'm just saying, just keep up with the birth control until after August. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know babies are a blessing, but so is a fabulous career. Yeah. And authentic pipes. And you've got the authenticity, girl. I'm sorry about this. My phone is so deep in my bag, and now my nails are dry. I could probably go dig for it. Look, I'm going to go turn off my telephone. And Daryl DeBarge is coming up next. On the station with the $100,000 cash guarantee, it's 107.5 WBLS.
Brothers and sisters! Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Taking it back. Old school short shot. Yeah. The rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3, play. A little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Turn me. Yeah. Get out, get out. This is. Who you ask?
Hey, Art, I'm in the bathroom and I'm listening, and this is the LP version. No, I want the version of Lounging with Total.
Oh.
I'm not even familiar with that one. I mean, I like the words and whatnot, including that one. But I want the Lounging with Total and Who Do You Love? Am I Your Girl?
Oh, for sure.
All right, well, now hit the button.
Wendy's got the heat. Wendy's got the heat. The heat. The heat. The heat.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Jay-Z, everybody, is on the list for the 2007 Rolls Royce. You hear about this? $500,000. Very Negroidian. But that's Jay-Z. He's got that money, right? The car, inside, well, you can get a choice of 18 different hides for the interior. And the options on the car include a built-in espresso maker or a $12,000 crystal bar set.
Wow.
Well, there are 2 other rappers interested in purchasing this particular Rolls Royce. Well, guess what? These 2 rappers, according to Panache, can't afford it and are contemplating taking out loans with their record companies to get it. You black, I want to use the full N-word.
This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers. boy, it's Wendy, man.
Oh, shoot. Shout out to Robert, who says, Wendy, I was watching Fallen Idol special on Primetime Live, and I was looking to see how Paula Abdul really deserved to have her spot blown up by anybody, especially Cory Clark. And all I saw was an ill little trying to take advantage of a woman, period. They both were wrong. So he is in no position to state that he's clearing his path, meaning his conscience. Let's just call it what it is, a pathetic biatch and a very, very low how you doing publicity stunt. Cory Clark is not fooling anybody. He is not the victim whatsoever. Oh, I mean, you know what? I still can't wait to talk to him. And it might not be right what he did, but we don't live in that kind of world. It just seems like, why not capitalize on it? Why not save every note, every Sprint bill, every, stained pair of drawers, with the DNA? Why not? It's not going to last forever. What if his ship never does come in? Then at least this is a guaranteed something or another. And unfortunately, that's what you have to prepare yourself for these days when you deal with people. If I was Cory Clark, I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. Because this is his ticket to a big, big book deal. And this is he's in the light. Right or wrong. How many people do things for the wrong reasons? Oh, okay. All right, I'm ready. We can bring in Daryl DeBarge, yeah. In the meantime, they say that in 2004, well, first of all, in 2004, Simon Cowell came out with a book. And in the book, he talks about the rumor about Cory Clark having a threesome with Kimberly Caldwell and Trinice from American Idol. So, I'll ask him about it. That's a rumor, though. They put the rumor word in front of it. So, and a couple of quick things happening as Daryl DeBarge comes up the hallway. I just wanted to tell you, Alicia Keys is going to be hitting the stage tonight in Atlantic City at the Tropicana. And also, tonight, Jay-Z will present his boss, Island Def Jam chairman L.A. Reid, with the Pratt Institute's Creative Spirit Award. And that's tonight at the fabulous Lincoln Center. And Mariah Carey is expected to be there. I'm sure, Mimi. Joe Camel in the building. You know how that go. Dear Wendy, there are certain rules that men follow. Cory Clark is not a true man. Please stop interviewing the neglected DeBarge sibling. Paula won't have had this trouble if she'd slept with a dark-skinned brother. I watched Dateline, and his songs suck. His 15 minutes of fame are almost done. Why can't older women get theirs off? Men do it all the time. Yeah, they get theirs off with younger men. So why can't an older woman get with a younger man? It's just that she's got to be careful with who she gets with. And she's got to be careful about the possible fallout depending on her station in life. Once again, I repeat, if I were Cory Clark, under the circumstances, I would be doing the same thing. And it might not be right, but it is what it is. And it might not be right, but it's real. It's not like he's out here doing what some might say, telling lies. I don't believe he's lying about anything. He's got his mother and his father and the people at the cell phone store. He's got phone bills. He's got voicemails. Are you kidding me? Don't be in denial. Paula slipped up several different ways in this affair. And he was smart enough to save every innuendo. Hell, I bet you someplace in his house he probably has the condoms. Ooh. With his DNA on the inside and hers on the outside. Do you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but it's true. You have the princess of American Idol way up here, and you have a contestant. No disrespect, but way down here. Yeah. Somewhere between the time of him getting kicked off the show and right now, I guess he probably made a valiant effort to meet someplace in the middle. Like, get a CD, get a Clay Aikens on or get a Fantasia on or something. Nothing happened for the boy. So now what is he supposed to do way down here when he's had a taste of what it's like to be way up here, physically as well as by being on American Idol fame-wise? What is he to do? He's back home, in Schlepp Rock or wherever he's from. And he's not invited to teen people's best young people party and all that stuff. He had a taste of that life. I'll tell you what I do. I would do exactly what he did. Have my just in case parachute, which would have been a Foot Locker, like you take away to college, full of all things Paula Abdul. And if in case I never managed to get my career on someplace between being kicked off and now, I'd pull the parachute. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. The boy did nothing, and you know what? I don't believe I'm by myself with this. Arthur, you are a man of the cloth.
Yes.
Would you do the Cory Clark? Think about where Cory is and think about where Paula is. I'm not talking about as Arthur J. Evans. I'm talking about if you were in the Cory Clark. Would you do it?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course.
Shakira, I'm talking about if you were the man. Shakira's our Ride or Die Friday intern. Would you do it? No doubt. And Scotzo from production, would you do it?
Get the train, let me throw her under it.
See? That's all I'm saying. There's 4 people in the room and we'd all do it. And out of all 4 of us, who actually follows American Idol? Raise your hand. None of us. How many of us are waiting for Cory Clark to come in and hear the rest of the story? All 4 of us. And I repeat, who follows American Idol? But how many people are fascinated by the story?
Yes.
All of us. And one more thing. How many of us would actually do a Cory Clark if we were in Cory Clark's position? All of us. You got 2 women and 2 men. What is Daryl DeBarge doing?
I don't know, but it's
we got 10 seconds on the break, and now he's running into Cory Clark time. Okay, I see what's happening, because if I got to choose, don't make me choose.
Oh. 4 in the room.
Yeah.
What's the vote on it?
It's Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cory Clark is in the building. Hey, come on in. Look at you. 80 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Look at you. Hey, nice to meet you. Can you move up?
Yeah, cool.
Your hands don't have to sweat. I am friend, not foe.
Okay.
Only because, Cory, here's my thing. And I've said this position ever since I'm not a fan of American Idol. I don't watch. I don't have time to follow the competition. You'll pardon me, sweetheart.
It's all good.
But this scandal right here has caught my attention, and I've locked jaw like a pit bull on it. And after hearing your story, and just, I don't really have to hear Paula's side of the story. All I know is that if I was you, and it might seem scandalous, people are calling you, as you understand, all kinds of names.
Yeah,
you call me whatever, okay? But this is her fault for being sloppy in her involvement with a young man. First of all, how old are you, Cory?
I'm 24 now.
24? How old were you at the time that you were running up in Paula Abdul?
22.
See what I'm saying? Paula and I are peer group sisters in terms of age. And I love the 22-year-old boys.
Yeah.
If I was to mess with any one of yous, every T would be crossed and I would be dotted. I would give you money. You go and you get your cell phone. I'm not at the store. To the cell phone store?
It was a whole bunch of just what they call flamboyant stuff like that. It's almost like she wanted to get caught.
Are you sure it wasn't that she was, see, in my eyes, she was, because, we women of a certain, we women, period, we're pimps also.
Right, of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Deny that.
And when you men of a certain age pimp the young girls, you're all flashy with it too. You know what I'm saying? When men, you understand? Anyway, but that's what she was doing. She was pimping like a man pimp. You know how a pimpette do?
Right.
And you see what a dumb pimpette do. And she was just plain silly. Your parents met her?
Yeah.
Are you black and white?
Yeah.
Who's black and who's white in your family?
My dad's black and my mom's white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your parents met Paula?
Yeah.
How do you?
A lot of my family met her.
How do you, in a family environment, like a barbecue?
Got at one not one of the funeral, the only funeral that we had. It was after the funeral for my grandfather, and then like the show too.
Did you and your family knew that this was like your little down low girlfriend?
Yeah. They would answer the phone a lot when she was calling me, so they knew what
You
was up.
you didn't even have the teen line?
No.
She's calling on your parents, and you were living in the bedroom at your parents' house at this time.
I was living on their couch.
Crap, this is all so exciting. Paula, you picked the wrong one. Oh, well. But, Cory, you're the one who stands to benefit. Talk briefly about your book deal. So, now with you doing a lot of talking, I'm sure there's a lot more that you're going to write in the book. For instance, boyfriend, we all know that you slept with Paula.
Right.
But in the book, you're going to describe body type, performance on a scale of 1 to 10. You're going to set up scenario. Paula took me to Baja Fresh, and after that we left and we picked up a bag of Chief. You see what I'm saying? Were you chiefing? Were you chiefing?
We was handling some business.
Yeah, you were chiefing. See what I'm saying? This is what we want to see in the book world. Now, your book deal, from what I understand, is a couple million or 1 point something million.
I don't even have a deal yet. Like I'm just selling it off my website right now. That's the craziest thing about
Selling it off your website, your story?
Yeah. My book.
Your book?
Yeah.
No Simon & Schuster? Nobody's picked you up?
No, I wasn't trying to get like a. Well, I mean, I guess I was trying to get a book deal, but not no big one like that. Like $1 million.
Boy.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up. Wake up.
Yeah.
Like we told Star with Al. Wake up.
Yeah.
Make your appointments and go for your rounds. There's a book deal in here someplace.
I really.
They're going to want you to spill more tea, though.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
And the fact that you knew what tea is, it lets me ask you this. Are you bisexual gay?
No.
Okay. Just asking. What do you say to people who are saying about you, real men don't talk? Like you just broke the code of men. There are people up in arms.
They don't.
Okay, real men don't. Okay, so
I mean, I see what they're saying. Like, they're, it's not. They think it's classless. And I've heard that. And they, in 9
is
times out of
classless.
10, they right. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, I mean, I've slept with other women, some of them celebrities, but I'm not talking about them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a situation that involves really American Idol and how they're exploiting and bad-mouthing my name still 2 years after I'm off the show. And she's like the key to getting him off my back. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows how it was going down. She's the only one that I can prove was doing things a certain way because of how they were treating the contestants.
You got kicked off the show because you beat up your sister?
No, I got kicked off the show because I got beat up by the police trying to keep them from taking her to juvenile hall, and I didn't tell them about it. And they switched it to I beat up my sister and I beat up 4 cops. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they dropped the charge, everything was dropped.
Okay, well, never you mind, because what you just said, this is what I say. People might say that real men don't talk, but boys who sleep on their mother's couches do. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever money you're making from this is taking you to off the couch and maybe into a studio or 1 bedroom. Am I correct?
I've moved up a little bit since then, but
Hello? Was Paula giving you an allowance?
She was just making sure I was eating right, getting my clothes together for me, making sure I looked the part.
Where would you guys shop?
Fred Siegel, spots like that.
Now, would she go in and purchase clothes for you or give you money and you purchase, that pimp roll wider than a Whopper, higher than a Big Mac? Would she give you the pimp roll and you'd go, or would she actually boyfriend-girlfriend style?
She would tell the people in there what she kind of wanted me to wear, and then she would go sit in the car, and then I'd try it on or whatever, and I'd get out some other stuff that I like, and then that'd be it.
Well, what's the purpose of her sitting in the car? She's already made it known that she's the one laying down the bread for the outfit.
Yeah, I know.
She'd let you drive her ride when you guys would go out, like date style?
Yeah.
And what would you be pushing?
She has a Mercedes.
Yeah. You'd be driving a big dog. When you guys drove in the car, like, when you're really involved with somebody, you open the sunroof and you hold hands?
No, we wasn't getting like 50s with it or nothing.
Okay.
I mean, it was still cool though. We had a good time.
How was the professional from Paula? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's a professional game like?
It's probably about like an 8.
Wow. Enough to make you splash off in her mouth?
And be like, oh!
No, enough to make a few noises, yeah.
Yeah. Does she swallow?
I don't know.
Good. Yeah, that means no. You know, did you violate her tightest region? No.
I mean, nah.
Did you ever give her a jelly donut?
Oh, of course.
Did you talk? No. It's fine. I'm just playing. That's fine. You don't know what jelly donut's all about.
What is that?
No, I'm not even going to go into explaining it. So, from what I understand, because I didn't see prime time, I have a comedy night that I do every Wednesday night, and I wasn't home. But trust me, the listeners, they were watching and then filled me in.
Right.
From what I understand, where you would get it on with her was in a guest bedroom. Was that consistent? That same room?
Yeah, that's where we always stayed at. Mm-hmm. That's where I was staying at when I was living there.
Okay, when you lived there. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? You lived there? You would be at Paula's house for weeks at a time?
Yeah, like a month at a time. At one time,
you had keys.
No, because I was coming and going with her everywhere.
Right, and so you didn't have keys, and you didn't have the combination to the alarm pad. Did the groundskeepers see you there, like walking around, diving in the pool, and
I never got in the pool. Unfortunately, it was too damn cold.
Yeah, gotcha. Is Paula a highly sexual individual? I mean, did you initiate more than she did?
No. She was. I mean, she was the initiator most of the time.
The aggressor.
Yeah, baby.
How many times a week, on average, did you guys have sex? Like 3 times a week, 5 times a week?
Maybe about that right in there.
What?
About right in there.
Say a number.
You just said 3 to 5.
3, okay.
3, that was cool.
Now, was it best in the morning or in the afternoon and the evening? When would you have sex? Would it be after drinks, at dinner, or after she pops her 25 pills?
I mean, it'd be later in the evening usually when she was done with the show or when she had time.
And everything settled into her system.
Well, I mean, and then the Globe, they were saying that in my book I was telling people that she pops pills and drinks alcohol and stuff, and that was not the case. Like, she does take pain medication. You know what I'm saying?
To tell you, because you're all thirsty. You're driving a Benz, living in the compound. Boy, you didn't. You take your real pills and put them inside the Percocet bottle, and young boy's not paying attention. You're still excited because you're in the compound as well. You should have been. You were 22 at the time.
I was I wasn't like. That's one of the things she liked, was that I wasn't treating her like, yo, you're Paula Abdul. I was treating her like, yo, you're Paula Abdul, and I'm not gonna kiss your ass just because you're Paula. And she was like, hold up.
That's what I want you to do. That gets me excited.
She was like, hold up, dude. Like,
how does her body look outside of her clothes?
She looks dope.
Yeah,
like, better than chicks half her age.
Yeah.
She was really good.
Did she spend a lot of time naked, or does she like to have like a robe on? And then, there's
she
some
would wear
women
shorts a lot. She wear like little cool shorts around the house, and then she would dress up regular when she was going to work.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for the sex. Would there be like
she was
fabulous
just naked?
Yeah, straight up naked. Nothing like there's some women who like.
I don't need nothing on you, girl. Just take that, put that over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you drink?
Yeah.
So you would enjoy like a glass of champagne or a few glasses. You go out for dinner. Right? Mm-hmm. You have your white wine.
Yeah. And that's like hours later, like 10 hours later after she's taking her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she's not mixing them.
Right. Well, clearly something's going on with all that behavior.
If it's your everyday routine, that becomes like a party. You can't just... you can't drink and take them at the same time, but you can't not indulge in, your lifestyle that you do anymore either. So you wait till 10 hours later after you've taken your medication. That's cool.
Yes.
I think. Don't listen to me. I'm not a doctor.
Now, did Paula give you your 2-carat princess cut earrings, one in each ear?
No. I got these from the when they started paying us on the show.
Oh. Now, how much money did you make from the show?
It's like once we got down to the finals, they started paying us like $1,000 a week. Just because they had to at that point.
See, as opposed to changing, you see what a Negro do? Yeah. A Negro went out, you're still living on his mama and daddy's couch. You went out and you bought some, but you know what? But that's what Young does.
I'm not on that couch no more.
No. But you were on your parents' couch when you were paying several $1,000s for 4 carats worth of diamond earrings.
Well, no, I was staying at Idol's house at the time.
Doesn't matter. Idol's house was temporary.
Right.
Your parents' house is where you really live, on the couch, right?
No, I'm out now.
No.
Then?
Yes.
It was my granddad's house.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
Well, he passed away, so I had the whole house to myself. I was like, that worked.
The point is that instead of buying earrings, you were supposed to be saving your money.
I feel you.
You understand? But guess what, Corey? That's what a 22-year-old kid does.
Right.
They kiss and they tell if they can make a profit.
But I haven't sold anything.
Look at you right now. You know what I'm picturing for you?
What's that?
I'm picturing a Lifetime movie like the a la Amy Fisher and Joey Buttafuoco. Yeah. I am picturing that, or I'm picturing shout out to my channel VH1. You know, I got a little show over there.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Made for VH1 movie department. I'm telling you, there's something going on here.
I feel you. I mean, but I'm not doing it to sell it. I've been approached to sell it. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't. Like the ABC interview really didn't focus on the main part of it for me, which was the idol part. You know, like they focused
honed in on Paula
relationship part. You know what I'm saying? And the point of telling her
okay, hold on. We're going into a break. We'll focus on the idol part and the relationship. Next, keep it here, everybody. It's Cory Clark in the building.
It's Wendy, man.
You had a caller call in once and ask, how do you not get crack lip when you chiefing?
Yes.
Tell them to roll a filter up in their stuff and they'll be all right.
Wow. Thank you.
Wow. You're welcome.
I mean, they thank you.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Another WBLS $1,000 winner.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Happy weekend.
Oh my God.
You're $1,000 richer.
I'm gonna.
Girl, please. Look, you're caller number 10.
Thank you.
All right. And so, are you a mother too?
No, my mom passed away.
Oh, she did. Well, listen, go out and buy yourself something nice with the money. Or do you need to pay bills?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you called in. I'm glad that you're winning. I'm glad that you listened.
Oh, girl, please.
Good. So, now, what's your name?
Dory.
Where are you calling from?
From the Bronx.
All right. Well, a little bright spot for your weekend. You got $1,000 in cash.
Okay.
And our $100,000 cash guarantee. Now, everybody else, your next chance to be a winner like Dory is Monday morning at 7:20 with the WBLS Morning Show. Thank you again for listening. And tell everybody, Dory, the only station in New York with the $100,000 cash guarantee.
WBLS.
Hey, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Oh, happy 40. Fallen Idol is still in the room. However, I've been talking to Cory behind the scenes. Normally, I send the guest into the pink room, but I had a stiff talking to Cory. And I'm just like, you might as well go all out, dog. And here's Andrea says the same thing. Wendy, tell Cory to grow up. Milk this situation for all it's worth. Take the book off the effing internet and call Simon & Schuster and start the bidding war for this book. Sidebar to that, because in 1 year, Cory, nobody's going to care. In 6 months, nobody's going to care. You got to get your book off the internet and start the bidding war. Prada Boy in Asbury Park says, how you doing, Cory? Paula set herself up for this, but he's doing what he has to do, and I ain't even mad at him.
That's real good looking out.
Helene in West Orange says, Cory, you're a straight up sucker. But Willie says, Cory is lying. He couldn't remember if she swallowed. Any man remembers if Paula Abdul swallows.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Art agreed with me. Your body language didn't flinch. I think that the reason that you couldn't answer yes or no is that you were taken aback by that question. And what you're trying to do is not throw Paula under the bus, but simply get the story out there. And what I say to you is, Art, whether she swallowed or what do you think? Did she swallow?
I'm sure she has probably before.
She didn't swallow with you.
I don't.
Why not? You're never going to be invited back to her bedroom.
Well, that's
People
true.
have already chosen the sides in the public. Either
That's
they love
true.
you or they hate you. Now, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
you need to capitalize on what's going on. I'm not saying it's right, but oh well.
Yeah.
This is what 22-year-old boys sleeping on their parents' couch do. And if you're trying to be moral about this, you're going to stay on your parents' couch. Because, young man, this could be possibly one of your only ways to a one-bedroom. And a little savings and a Benz of your own for a brief moment.
Right. I feel you.
Am I talking to you like I'm angry at you?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, it's not like Paula has a moral conscience. Jackie Jackson was a married man. Now, you're too young to remember, but mother has lived.
She told me what's up.
Okay. What did she tell you?
I mean, I just...
Do you know that she poached? Do you know that she poached?
Right.
Okay.
Right. She said he didn't tell her, though.
You know what?
If that means anything.
You know what? She knew what she was doing with Magic Johnson. And not that Arsenio Hall, single man, but for the record, shout out to Arsenio Hall. And how about that tampon story where she left a tampon in the Barneys? Or was it Fred Siegel?
One of them.
Remember I told that story?
In the Barneys.
Just another story from your woman's past. And she can't drive. Now, I'm not here to bash Paula Abdul. I'm here to help you, Cory. Let's talk about American Idol, okay?
Yeah,
First, let's talk about your album that's coming out, that if you don't get this book deal going, you know, the sales could be Ruben Studdard.
June 21st.
Okay.
June 21st, that's when it's coming.
What's it called?
Self-titled, Cory Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there a song on there dedicated to Paula?
There's a song on there called Politics, you know what I'm saying?
Paul? You should have called it Politics. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, good.
Doesn't necessarily, it doesn't call Paula out in the song at all. Just telling a story of, a young dude that got taken advantage of by an older woman, and she dissed him later on.
All right, let me just ask you this, Cory, because quite frankly, speaking as the older woman, a 22-year-old man, if I was single, is nothing more to me than a jump off. What did I take advantage of you? I bought you clothes, you drove my car, you lived in my house. I think this is an even exchange.
It might be. That's the same thing a lot of guys think sometimes, though.
Exactly. So why do you feel like she took advantage of you?
No, I didn't say I felt she took advantage of me. I said the song is a story about a dude that happened to. I mean, songs, they're taken from somewhere. And,
now, I don't believe you're being forthright in doing all these interviews for this story. I think that your real reason for doing this is to somehow get paid. And you've gotten a little bit of money, but you're not getting all you can. But I'm going to talk to you about that behind the scenes.
This is, what's been happening for me is, people are like, well, why, if it happened like that, why didn't you talk about it 2 years ago? That's what I've been getting the most. And, 2 years ago, I wasn't interested in putting this out because I had no need to put her out there like that.
Because you didn't need the money at that time. No,
I needed it more then than I do now.
Oh, okay.
I was broke as hell then. Yeah. I was trying to move on with my life and my career and get past that. But
how did you and Paula break up?
Because I didn't give her the exclusive interview for the ET when I got disqualified.
She was a special correspondent for Entertainment Tonight. Why didn't you give it to her?
Because my attorney was like, yo, I know she's your friend and everything, but she doesn't have editing control, and since they're already misediting what you're saying to them and misrepresenting you to people, you need to go with somebody who's going to A, have the money to stand up against American Idol on Fox, and B, they're going to be reputable and people will believe what you're telling them. So we did People Magazine.
And Paula
instead.
didn't understand that.
Not at all.
Okay, so how much are you selling your story for prior to going on Howard Stern and primetime in here?
It's like $14.95, I think.
14? No, not 14. Not your book. $14.95 on your internet website. Yeah. Which website called?
CoryClark.com.
Very nice. But no, how much are you selling your story? Like when the National Enquirer calls you and wants you to do a story.
They've already called. I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I haven't sold the story.
See,
to nobody.
You're missing out on money.
I'm not trying to get money off of it. I'm trying to do it so I can.
Shut up, boy.
Listen. What? I'm trying to do it so I can clear out all this red tape that they done put in front of me, so I can get my career going.
Young and dumb.
I don't like taking people out. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind Idol. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't been doing nothing but running my name through the mud for the past 2 years, and that's what I'm cleaning up. And the only way to prove that is through her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but while you're doing it, people are still
like okay. If I did it like this,
he's 24 now, by the way, everybody. He was 22 when this all went down.
If I did it like this, if I would have came and said, because I would have had to clean up whatever they're saying about me anyway. So if I would have came instead and just been like, the show's scandalous. They've been blackballing me. They're against me, and I was getting help from a judge, but I didn't tell about the relationship part. I was getting help from Paula, and she was getting me, the attorney the powerhouse attorney that I brought in that helped us get more money on our contracts.
Did she pay for your attorney?
She had to. We ended up doing it out of that. That was the problem. Idol was trying to force us to pick out one of their two attorneys to look over the contracts they were giving us, and they were going to pay them. And I was like, isn't that called a conflict of interest? You know what I'm saying? And they were like, where did you learn that word?
Because you're supposed to be young and dumb.
Well, I auditioned for the first season and put down my whole musical background, which was very kind of extensive or whatever, and they got cut the first day. I came in with my cornrows, urban looking, and when I went home and watched, I was like, wow, they're kind of taking advantage of these naive singers. So when I went back, I let my hair out. I left all my musical background off my paperwork, and I just put my current job hand was a stage hand because that's what I was doing.
Can I ask
and they
you,
shot me to the top.
The first time you and Paula had sex, how did that go down? Where were you, and how?
At her house.
All right, all right. So you started out as friends, and you're at her house, and she invites you over, and she makes you guys a couple of margaritas.
No, we were sober. We were chilling. Sober.
All right, you chief up.
Not that night.
Okay. See. Okay. Okay, so everybody's sober. You're sitting on the couch.
Sitting on the floor. She's sitting on the couch behind me.
Mm-hmm. And then she brings your head over like a grown woman do and shoves it there and shoves it there and shoves it there.
Nah, she didn't have to shove it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, you were a willing participant. What was she wearing? A little skirt with no panties underneath?
No. I mean, she came up behind me and she started kissing my neck when I was on the ground.
Yeah.
And
then she shoves it there. Oh.
Then we went to the room and then,
all right, this is CoryClark.com. The CD comes out on
June 21st.
And it's called Cory Clark.
Right.
Go to his website. Get the book while you can for $14.99 because I'm going to finish talking to him behind the scenes. He's going to take that book off the website immediately and start the book deal. Start the war. Bro, you might as well get paid off this. It might not be right what you're doing, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, like I told you, if I would have came and been like, because I got to clean up the mess that they laid before me. Everybody thinks I'm a criminal and they think I'm a liar, and I beat up cops and I beat up my sister now. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you wrote a bunch of bad checks to Walmart.
No, I wrote 2 bad checks and they bounced and I cleaned them up. There was like $10 less in the account than was supposed to be there, and I cleaned it up.
We got to go. The affiliates are calling. I forgot to ask you, what record label is yours?
Universal Bungalow Records, CDC Music.
Very nice. The date again?
June 21st.
June 21st. Cory Clark.
Yeah.
Go to his website at CoryClark.com.
I
wish you well.
As well.
Thank you very much for coming by.
I appreciate it.
All right.
You stay on the track with AI being exploitative because they are.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on it because I believe that there's some exploitiveness, but I think that
it's
there's
kind
a
of
little more
ironic that I got disqualified 2 weeks after I brought in that big powerhouse attorney that they knew represented Paula as well.
I got to roll.
That fake story.
We're following all this, you all. Suddenly, I'm interested in American Idol. Probably all for the wrong reasons. I love you for listening. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, and we'll talk on Monday. Bye-bye.
These party people. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Oh, crap. We got the bonus hour coming up, and Daryl DeBarge is in the other room. Just trust and believe it's going to be fun. Keep it here. The bonus hour is next.